Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Henry's joining us for another back-to-back Friday afternoon.
Back-to-back with Sam Adams.
Like the good old days of January.
Yeah, but with Sam Adams.
Yeah. And it's halfway to St. Patrick's Day.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, March 17th, and probably by the time this airs, it'll probably be about September 17th, so...
I'm part O'Flaherty,
yeah.
So, you know.
Sam Adams Irish Red. It's weird. They put this out in the fall mix pack, but alright. Let's see. This rich and malty ale originated in Ireland in 1710. It has a deep red color and distinctive caramel flavor from its pale and caramel malts. The malt sweetness has balanced the earthy tones of East Kent Goldings hops. Once again, do not know the ABV, but I'll put it right there. Now let's hope this isn't half as bad as the Murphy's Irish Red.
I somehow doubt it.
That's my all-time favorite episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. I'm using my dollar store dimple mug for no reason whatsoever.
I'm using a fancy harp mug for no reason whatsoever.
Well, it's Irish.
Yeah, right.
So what do we got for color? Yeah, I'd probably call that red.
It smells better than the Murphy's.
Yeah. Go to the bathroom, smells better than Murphy's.
Yeah. Yeah, good color.
Pretty bubbly.
Yeah, it looks like a red, you know?
Fingers, like, I got like a 2-finger, it's like,
yep,
almost yellowish head.
Yeah, a yellow tan head, you know, nice red ale. Smells like a red ale.
Yeah.
Not like vomit.
Yeah. I noticed the red ales, they have a similar aroma. Tastes pretty much the same as every other Irish Red.
Yeah, although I gotta say, big ups to Sam Adams because this beer is not sailing under par. It's right at par. You know, a lot of the more malty beers will have a cereal quality.
Yeah. And
this one does. There's a sort of, I can't compare it to, say, a particular cereal. You know, like some beers you can say, well, this tastes like Cheerios.
Right, right.
It's fun, but it just has a general cereal goodness that I find pleasing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's a cereal kind of flavor, and I might chalk it up. Even it's
the malt. You know, malty beers can do that, and it's nice. I'm
not sure which malts they use. I mean, they make a point of saying on here they use East Kent Goldings hops, which is a British hop that you get in a lot of English ales. And this is that cereal flavor is similar to what you get in a lot of English bitters, ESBs, etc.
I'm drinking this. This tastes steady. I don't think it's going to change much as I get further into this. If it warms up, it'll probably be a little less good. But this is good comparatively to a lot of the other Sam Adams we've had, mostly because it's not disappointing. It's not falling below the expectation. It's at expectation. This is a sort of standard red, and as such it's enjoyable. It's versatile. You can put this with some things. You could have a steak with this. It would be good, you know?
Yeah. Stew.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's good. It's good. I'm going to give this, I kind of want to go 6.5. I don't know if you're going to allow a half score.
You don't have to be a slave to my rating system.
This is your show, you know? Trying to, you know, when in Rome.
Yeah.
You know.
So, you're 6.5?
Yeah.
7 range?
Yeah, you know, I might go 7. It would depend on the circumstance. Under the right circumstances, this beer would be a 7. In others, it would be a 6. You know, it depends if you're having a meal with it. It's going to change it up. But yeah, in general, this is solid. It stands up.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably agree with you that this is a beer to drink with a meal. It's not a session beer, even though it's probably low ABV.
It's a little dry for sessioning.
Yeah, and it's mild as far as flavor.
It's really not bad though.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to take my grade with a grain of salt because I'm not a fan of Irish Reds in general.
Okay.
And you know, so this isn't really my cup of tea, but trying to give as fair a review as possible is that I think I'm actually going to go 5 again.
Okay.
And that I'm indifferent to it. Is that it's really not. There's really not a whole lot of wow factor here as far as flavor. Like, wow, that's really tasty. But it's not, you know, turning me off. Like, oh, that's nasty. It's except maybe for like the noticeable dry bitterness in the aftertaste.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna amend up to a 7, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Just because it's a solid entry. It really is. This is, as I'm drinking this, it is solid. It's malty in a good way.
Yeah.
And there's no wow factor.
But you're a fan of the English style bitter types.
I am.
Which this sort of falls in that category.
Yeah, it's approaching that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's no ESB,
Yeah.
but just for what it is, Sam Adams, in our history of reviews here, is finally standing on solid ground, and give a thumbs up to that.
Well, I'll take this over the Murphys Irish Red any day of the week. Alright, so that wraps it up for this episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Thanks to Henry for coming over yet again.
Glad to be here, and I would say, have an amount of this beer.
And happy halfway to St. Patrick's Day.
We can't wait for it to get here.
I know.